Welcome everybody. Today's topic is on the weak hand. I got several comments and questions about how to fix a weak hand and what exercises I give to fix weak hands and things like that. So that's today's topic. But before we get into it, I'm going to give you all 5 seconds to punch that subscribe button. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You subscribers rock, and I really do appreciate it. All the subscriptions I've gotten so far. Now, let's talk about the weak hand, shall we? To be honest, exercises are great, and there are thousands of them all over the internet. There are thousands of them in books that you may have, or in instructional DVDs you may have gotten over the last 20 years, because who does DVDs anymore, right? But in any case, there's thousands of exercises, and I've gone through many with my drum lines and younger students and whatnot. They're all fantastic. But for me, it seems when a student gets caught having an issue with their weaker hand, a lot of the time, it's mental focus. It's, I just got an exercise. This exercise is going to clear up my problem. Well, maybe, and a lot of times, no. I want to encourage you all to spend time. If you're having an issue with your weak hand, spend time when you do your exercise. Make sure that you are focused on what is going on with your hands. Now, sometimes when I have students here at Faith and they're having an issue with trying to get a technique down or whatnot, I will take my phone camera and I will video their hands. And it's always kind of funny when I show them the video right after I film it, and they're like, wow, that is not how I was feeling. That can't possibly be me. I'm like, well, you're in the video, so I don't know. But in any case, and I try to video myself too in practice times if I've got the time to do it. But and when they can see it, when you can see it, that helps a ton, because then you could go, wow, I really do have a problem. Or, hey, look at that. For me, look at that left hand. Ooh, that's kind of sketchy. I need to work on that. I also think that you need to get your practice pad, a drum or whatnot, in front of a mirror. Now, I've said this in another video earlier, and why do I say that? And the point is, when you get in front of a mirror and you can see it from a teacher's perspective, and you're the teacher and you're looking at the student who in the mirror happens to be you, you can see the hands and go, wow, my weak hand, I get it. My good hand looks like that and my weak hand looks like that, and wow, those fingers are, what am I doing? Get in front of a mirror. Do these exercises in front of a mirror. And then you will learn a lot from this, okay? Get in front of a mirror, or take your cell phone and video yourself, or if you've got a cool camera, video yourself, and you will instantly see where problems are coming around. Now, say you happen to be somewhere and you don't have a mirror, or maybe you're at school and your phone got taken away by the principal or something, and you don't have a video that you can use. Another way to do this is get on the pad, get some sticks in your hand, and your goal is, all right, let's see, I'm going to work on legato strokes. And maybe your right hand's great. Mine would be better than my left. And all of a sudden your left is doing this. So you got your right and your left goes like this. And you're like, man, I don't get it. Well, do them at the exact same time. Like this. And it'll be rather obvious when you do this, it's like, oh man, my right hand is making this motion. My left hand happens to be really closed around the stick, and the stick's not allowed to bounce up. How do I get my left hand? Okay, let's see. Open the left hand a little bit. Okay, a little more wrist movement, and the stick starts to bounce. And you're trying to copy your stronger hand with your weaker hand. Okay? Now, as far as exercises go, there's all kinds of exercises, and the vast majority of them are truly great. So what I'm going to give you right now is a couple different movements that I want you to focus on, like truly focus on. None of this should take more than 2 to 3 minutes maximum per day. However, you need to be consistent with your practice. You need at least 5 days a week. Now, in another video, I had said how I try to practice 5 days a week. I think having a couple days off is great, but get 5 days in there. And what I'm about to show you, it's a whopping 2 minutes. You know, you can do this right before bed. You could do this in the morning. You could, wherever. So these are super simple. They're not written out exercises. They're just movements so that you can concentrate on what your hands are doing. So first, I will at the end of this video, I will pop up another video that I did explaining these 3 strokes that I'm about to show you in better detail. But right now we're going to talk about the legato stroke or free stroke, which you just saw me do. The downstroke. And the upstroke. All right? You want to concentrate, I think, first on the legato stroke or free stroke. Get used to letting the stick function on its own. The stick and the pad, you want them in this stroke to do like 80% of the work. Your goal is to put the stick down, and from that moment on, the stick functions. Okay? So from my right side, here we go. I'll do 4 in this hand, 4 in this hand. Now, if you are like I was when I was younger, or several of my beginner students, the left hand in this, the right hand might be tough, but the left hand is really awkward. Now, if you're left-handed, it's probably the other way around. If your left hand gets caught and it's doing some funky thing, play them together and then go, okay. What is going on? And then this way you can go, okay, well, let's see. Maybe, just maybe, right's fine and left has got like some weird circular motion or something. In this case, you can go, okay, I can go, maybe this is locked down. Why isn't this functioning? Oh, I see. I'm letting my fingers off here and these aren't. So let's try that. And chances are you'll go too far and you'll go, oh, and the stick will go flying somewhere. If that happens, you're well on your way to getting this right. In any case. And just like 30 seconds of I'm just guessing at some tempos just to do something different. But then you don't need to do much more than that. Have you totally accomplished this yet? No, you haven't. And it's probably going to take a couple weeks, which is totally fine. Next exercise, we need to deal with the downstrokes and the upstrokes. Now, I like to do this where it's a downstroke followed by an upstroke. Again, maybe, just maybe, your weaker hand is not performing like your stronger hand. Something's off. You notice it. Again, do them together. Slowly, so you can fix the problem and you can focus on it. Mess with the speed once you get it. Once you feel like you're starting to fix it, start messing with the speed. A little bit quicker. But do not speed up until you have fixed the problem. And again, it may take a couple of weeks, and that's totally fine. Little story about myself. When I was in college getting my undergrad degree, I spent a year at Illinois State University working with Dr. David Collier, and we were doing a lot of timpani. That was basically my focus for going there. I wanted him to, he's a fantastic timpanist, and I wanted to learn his techniques. And when I went in there, a lot of timpani players play with what's known as French grip. So let me go over the three grips. There's German grip, there's French grip, and then in between the two is the American grip. Okay, so German, American, French. Okay, lots of timpani plays French. I was already a decent snare drummer and a decent mallet player, but when I turned this over to here, my left hand was a disaster, and I'm already in college. So this was okay with my right hand, but my left hand was doing this weird oval thing, okay? And oh, I would look down and I just couldn't figure it out. Guess where I went? To a mirror. And I got in front of a mirror, and doing this, and then this was doing some funky thing like this. And I made the realization that my fingers were functioning in two different ways. My right hand was doing this type of motion, and my left hand was doing this motion. So those were the two motions I was doing. I hope you can see the difference. And this was making the stick do this weird oval thing. It was kind of throwing it off to the side. Once I figured that out, it did take a little while. It took about another week or two, but it was about 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to be totally honest, until it became somewhat comfortable. And now, once I had figured that out, it evened out. But my point being, even I, as a college student, hit a slight brick wall that I had to break through, and it took some time. So realize that what I'm telling you today, chances are you're not going to fix it tonight. You're probably not going to fix it by the end of the week. It might take you 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. But you have to stay consistent 5 days a week. Do these couple of exercises. They're easy. You can concentrate on your physical movement. What's your arm doing? What's your wrist doing? What are your fingers doing? Don't do them more than a couple minutes. And then go on to your drum set practice, or you got a solo or something. But for those 2 minutes, mental focus on what's going on with easy exercises to get your hand right. Once you're past that, I think you'll be amazed at how fast it will turn around. But it takes mental focus, not just the exercise. It takes mental focus on the exercise. All right? So what I would like you guys to do is in the comments below, tell me if you can explain an exercise you do. I'd love to know what it is. If you have figured out that, well, yeah, wow, yeah, my fingers are the problem, let me know that too. If you have a great snare drum book you love, and I have tons of snare drum books, I probably have something you would offer up, but maybe other people don't. We would love, or I would love to have you put that down in the comment section too. What technique, snare drum technique book do you use that you really love? I would love to have that down there, and I'm sure other people would also. And again, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any content. And until the next video, have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next time. Take care.